Happy Friday, everybody. Today is February 6th, 2026, and this is your Friday planning video. Now, by early February, tax season stops being theoretical and it starts becoming real. Forms start showing up in the mail, emails start arriving from payroll companies and financial institutions, and for a lot of people, there's that familiar tightening feeling before they open a single envelope. That sounds familiar, you're not alone. And today, I want to slow that moment down a little bit. This is not about doing taxes, it's not about numbers, deductions, or outcomes, and it's definitely not about tax advice. This is about preparing calmly so tax season doesn't feel heavier than it needs to be. Let's talk about some of the most common February mistakes that I see. Here's the mistake that I see every single year around this time. People try to solve their tax season before they've even collected the information. They open that first form that arrives, they see a number, and immediately start reacting. That looks higher than last year. I don't remember that account. Did I miss something? Did I do something wrong? That reaction, it creates anxiety, but it doesn't create progress. Because at this stage, you don't actually have enough information to draw conclusions. So instead of reacting, I want to suggest a much simpler approach. Collect first, react later. Let's shift the goal to organization, not accuracy. Right now, your only responsibility is organization, not accuracy, not interpretation, not conclusions. Think of this phase as building a container, one place, physical or digital, where everything related to taxes go. Nothing gets evaluated, nothing gets judged, nothing gets solved. You're just making sure that when the time comes, you're not scrambling. This alone removes a surprising amount of stress because most tax season anxiety doesn't come from taxes themselves. It comes from uncertainty and disorganization. I want to suggest a simple habit that pays off every year. Let me offer this very practical planning habit here. As you're collecting documents for 2025, create a place for 2026 at the same time. Could be a large envelope, a box, a folder, even a digital file. Label it clearly, 2026 tax information. As documents come in throughout the year, a statement, a confirmation, a form you're not sure about, drop it there. You don't need to decide what it is yet. You're just capturing it. This does two main things. It makes this tax season easier, and it quietly makes next tax season easier too. That's planning working in the background. I suggest that every organization changes everything. The early organization, changes everything. When documents are scattered, tax season feels urgent. Decisions feel rushed. Small issues feel big. When documents are centralized, the process feels controlled. Conversations are easier. Mistakes are less likely. And here's an important planning insight. You're not trying to finish early. You're trying to finish steady. Boring is good. Boring means you're organized. Now, the digital versus paper, there is no right answer to that question. People ask that all the time. Should I go digital? Should I keep it paper copies? The honest answer, either's fine. What matters isn't the system, it's the consistency. Pick one method and stick with it. The goal is not elegance, it is reliability. A simple system you actually use beats a perfect system that you can't use. Let's focus on a planning perspective before we wrap up. Think of this stage like setting a table, cooking a meal. You're creating space, you're getting ready, you're reducing friction. Next week, we're going to talk about how to think about the documents themselves, what matters, what doesn't, what can safely wait. But for now, organization is the win, not urgency, no pressure, just preparation. Have a great weekend and keep planning.